Okay guys, so welcome to Nova Performance. I am Hannah and I am joined today by Matt. We thought it'd be really nice to do a little bit of a spiel, a little bit of an interview for you, just to tell you about a few things that we've been doing and that have been going on over the last few weeks. Firstly, Matt, what we'll do is introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Right, so my name's Matthew Neese, not nice as it's about there a bit. No, Matthew Neese, I'm a strength coach here at Nova Performance. I basically handle the strongman side of things, a little bit of powerlifting and that, but mostly strongman, day to day. PT, and then, yeah, coach a little bit of Hannah, a few other girls, a few other guys. Sort of get into comps and sort of progress up to where Hannah's been to now, up to national level.
So, strongman, tell us, what is the sport of strongman? Like, what does it involve? Where will people have seen strongman before?
So probably TV at Christmas.
World's Strongest Man?
Yeah, World's Strongest Man. You see the big guys, the freaks out there, sort of throwing around monster weights.
That's people
like Eddie Hall, like Thor off Game of Thrones, Big Z if you go back a bit, like Brian Shaw, and then...
I mean, I was thinking Jeff Capes, that's my era.
Showing your age there.
So what types of things does strongman involve? What do you actually do?
So, pretty much everything to do with strength. You've got, obviously, the stack stuff like deadlifts, like log press and things like that. Right through to like running with sandbags, loading stones, there's like grip tests, overhead tests, throwing, pretty much you name it. If you can sort of put it in a gym or outside a gym, you'll sort of find it in a competition.
Cool. So you and I both compete in strongman, and we were both in Ireland at the weekend competing in the UK national finals.
Yep.
And they were the UK national finals for like the natural side of the sport. Just so people know what the differentiation is,
okay.
Tell us how it's different.
Okay, so for years it's just sort of been like anybody compete in, sort of take more or less what you can. There's like a tested, well, not so much of the tested route available sort of years gone by, but over the last sort of 5-10 years there's been a lot more focus on getting natural athletes sort of a bit more of a platform. Things like BNSF have been running, I think, in England and across Europe for quite a few years. The UKNS that we actually competed in over the weekend, that was, I think it was only last year was the first year for that. So it's starting to grow more on the sort of natural side, but again, I think with the name strongman, sort of people want to see the big freaks. You don't want to see like your average person in the gym going to lift. You want to watch like your 200 kilo bloke and lift something stupid on TV, don't you? So,
yeah.
But sort of with that, I think the natural side of it's sort of grown more with like the weight classes that have grown again, like what you'll see on TV will be like the open weight guys, sort of there's no weight restrictions or anything, but like you say, what we do, we're like right down the bottom end of the weight classes.
We're little.
Yeah, but they're starting to cater a lot more for every size. So I remember watching it on TV when I was younger, being like, yeah, I'd love to do that sort of thing, but then being like, well, I'm not that, I'm not 6'6", I'm not, I'm not like 100 kilos at 10 years old sort of thing.
And typically as well, a lot of the bigger guys, tell me if I'm wrong, but tend to take a lot of performance enhancing.
I don't think as much.
Or occasionally, should we say, take it.
I don't necessarily think they take as much as people think, but it is there. Yeah, without sort of throwing people under the bus, but yeah, it's there.
So we compete in the tested side. So you'd get tested for kind of like you would in the Olympics or like you would in like athletics competitions. So you'd have to go through like a drugs test, or you get randomly selected to go through a drugs test. Versus the other side, I'm going to say of like strongman, where it's completely untested and you can pretty much do as and what you want. So Ireland was the UK and Ireland National Championships. Talk us through the events that you had to do, or we had to do. So event number one was?
Event number one was a log floor to overhead into an axle floor to overhead, obviously varying weights depending on what weight class was up.
So let's just be specific, let's just talk about you. So your weight class is the under 80s.
Yep.
So the under 80s is the lightest weight class that you have in the male division. So you were lifting.
So for us, the overhead event was 100 kilo log into 100 kilo axle. Back and forth. It was meant to be for 75 seconds, but
They got it wrong.
I think they'd had a big long day the day before. You can sort of give them a bit of leeway, but they timed the first couple of guys for 60 seconds, so it got changed on the day for 60 seconds. Yeah.
So that's basically you have to do 1 rep floor to overhead with the log at 100 kilos, and then you quickly move on to the axle bar, go floor to overhead with 100 kilos, and you just go back and forth.
Yeah, just as many reps as you can. You've got to complete, obviously, 1 rep to go on to the next implement, but yeah, pretty much.
And how many did you do?
I managed 4. It was actually my worst event of the day, sort of for me personally. I'd been hitting 8 in training, absolutely no problem. I figured like with the time drop, I could think like 6 would be pretty decent, but I did 4 reps nice and quick, was chasing Kyle, which to be fair, Kyle was rapid, he's an absolute animal. Like watching the videos, like his split jerk technique and everything is
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a lot better than mine.
So Kyle is one of the Irish athletes who also competes in Matt's weight class, and he was actually the winner on the day. He's a phenomenal athlete, so if you have the chance to go back and actually watch any of the competition on YouTube, look out for him. He's
yeah, 100%. He's 22 years old as well, so he's got 11 years on me. So
we went. So the first event was, hi Lily, was log to axle. Second event was
deadlift for reps, actual deadlift for reps. We had 220 kilos on the bar.
220 kilos.
No
That
suits.
is 2.5 times your body.
Quick maths, but yeah, something like that. Yeah. Closer to 3. Closer to 3.
Closer to 3 times your body weight.
So 80, 16, 24. So what? 20 kilos off 3 times.
5 times your body weight.
Call it that. Yeah. Call it 3. Sounds better, doesn't it?
Cool. So that was axle deadlift for reps. How many did you do?
So I personally got 7, which was a
70.
bit of a godsend because I wouldn't have heard the end of it from Hannah. But no, I figured I was only going to get 5. I thought I was only get 5 on that one. And after the overheads, I needed those extra 2 deadlifts because that put me ahead of Kyle and a couple of the other guys that got 6 that were fighting at the top. So very valuable points. I was very happy with that as well.
So event number 3 was.
I want to say Zercher into sandbags.
It was.
Yeah,
It was
so.
Zercher yoke carry into sandbags.
Yeah, so we had Zercher yoke, sort of hold up in the crook of your arms, 180 kilos for 12 metres, I believe. Run back, pick up a 90 kilo sandbag, dump that over the yoke, run back, get a 110 kilo sandbag, dump that over the yoke as well.
So for those of you that know Matt, know that sandbags is his event. And if you don't know that, you know that now.
Get
UK
to know.
number?
Number one in Britain on a mate.
Won the event. Good.
Yeah, just. But yeah, we'll take it.
Just behind who? Kyle?
Wins a win. Yeah.
Who came second?
Kyle was like 0.1 of a second off.
behind.
To be fair, like at that level, like I think I've seen a few people post about it, like getting accurate times for things like that. Like having run a comp myself as well, like that 0.1 of a second can literally be the case of somebody just a little bit slow on the thumb, miss the stop button if you're using an iPhone or something. So fair play to Kyle, like that could have gone either way on that one. So, but luckily it went my way. So sandbagged on, and I'm taking that into the worlds.
Event number 4 was.
Oh, you're stretching me here. Yeah, it was farmers. Yeah. I always get the 2 muddled up. So
Matt has a bit of history with farmers over the last few competitions that he's done. They haven't necessarily gone favourably, where he's dropped them, fallen over with like centimetres to go before the end.
Big comps as well.
Like, big points.
Qualifying spots.
But this time,
we smashed it. Did well. So we ended up coming second on that one. Literally, I think it was like 8 weeks ago, was it? We at England's. I didn't finish the same weight, 12 metres, 110 kilos per hand. I dropped it probably with about 4 metres left to go on the last run. So yeah, that's sort of playing on my head a little bit. Also, I didn't quite break my finger, but I definitely did something to my finger later at that comp on the sandbags,
so
which still isn't quite right. So that one was a bit of a get head right and just attack it. Kyle was absolutely rapid again. Like, we're just going to keep bringing him up because we were neck and neck on everything. Like, could have gone either way on the day with those events.
I think after farmers, I think you were sitting in first place?
I think I might have been first in farmers. I don't know, because I think Kyle maybe came a point or 2 lower on the deadlift. I think. So we were very close, if not, There was like, I think there was 3 or 4 guys that were within like a 1.5 or 2 points, so it was crazy close,
Okay, so event number 5 was
It was Husafeld carry.
Husafeld carry. So a Husafeld is basically like a big metal coffin. I mean, it comes basically from about here on me, and when I carry it, I can't see where I'm going. So, and it's wide as well, right? So a big metal coffin, and you were carrying 110 kilos?
120 kilos.
120 kilos.
120 kilos, yeah, so 60 seconds.
With 60 seconds for maximal distance.
Yeah, in the past, like, endurance events aren't necessarily my like most favourite events. I'm more of an explosive kind of get it done, let's do a 1 rep max and have it done kind of guy. But on the day I knew that I had about 50, 60 seconds worth of go in me. Like, there's a couple of the guys I think if it had gone any longer than 60 seconds, like, would have put up some bigger scores and would have, well, watch my interview after the event to see how I feel about that.
He's a bit of a legend on a distance event.
Yeah, to be fair.
Any kind of carrying over distance, he wins them all.
Yeah, last couple of years there's been max sandbag for max distance, like every comp, and I think he's won like nearly everyone convincingly. So I knew just ping it 60 seconds, like I can fall over and die afterwards, that's fine, and managed to get it done.
And you did, and you won that event.
I didn't know, there was a bit of controversy about that. Yeah, actually Liam McConville, world's strongest zookeeper on Insta, bless him, he didn't get the credit for the event win on that, but he'd already won the deadlift anyway, so he'd had his time to shine. But yeah, I think he did like 3 meters more than me. Like, there was a mix up with his measurements on the scoring before they went into the event. Like, I even asked about how far it was. They said 7. I did 8 lengths and was like, cool. But it's just comps sort of run that way. They can't get everything perfect. Like, even at the top level, there's going to be little mistakes and stuff. Good thing is they rectified it by the end of the comp, so that's cool. But yeah, second on that, although I did get the interview for coming first, and I was a bit buzzing because I thought I'd won it. So yeah.
And then event number 6. So there's 6 events actually as well for like a strongman comp. Typically, it's usually about 5 events, isn't it? So
usually
6
5,
events
yeah.
pushes it up a little bit more. So a little bit more of I'll say longer day, but just a bit more of an intense day.
Yeah.
The last event was?
Last event was at the Stone over yoke. It was 125 kilos over 48 inches, but fucking felt heavier on the day.
I think it's,
Yeah, it felt heavier, a lot higher on the day.
And that was for 60 seconds?
60 seconds, yeah, max reps. I think it was 60 seconds. Yeah, 60 seconds, max reps.
Maybe 75 seconds.
Felt like 5 minutes, to be honest. Like, I was speaking to someone about this the other day, actually. It felt like I couldn't remember that event over any of the others. Like, I could tell you, like, walk you through quite happily the other ones, but that one just kind of was a bit of a blur. It all kind of went a bit hazy. I did kind of like pass out on the stone and
How
have a
many
little
reps
moment.
did you do?
I got 6, I believe.
Oh, I got 7.
Yeah, all right.
So when you do the stones, they set up the big yoke, and you're actually going neck and neck against the person, against someone else. Someone else is right next to you. So like we are here. So Matt would be doing the stones there.
Yeah, I'd be
doing
here.
the stones here. And because Matt was lying in first place and Kyle was lying in second place,
2 points.
they literally, it was you know, rep for rep. Whoever won that event was basically going to take the overall title. Matt did 6 reps. Kyle did
8, mate. No, Carl, no, I did 7 reps. I did 7. Sorry. No, I did 7. Matt Wally did 8, and then Carl Scott did 9. Incredible, to be fair, like,
so
on the back end of that.
Amazing to watch, but it did sadly mean that he beat Matt down into...
Yeah, it came down, so I went into that event 2 points up. Thought, if I just match Carl rep for rep, we'll go. Matt Wally sort of threw a bit of a spanner in the works, getting 8. I knew that was going to be like up there and close, and it was going to test both of us. In training, I did 8 pretty comfortably. You were there a few weeks before. Did 8 pretty comfortably. Was like, this is a good event. I think with everybody as well, like the heat on that day as well was
24 degrees.
Yeah, 20 odd degrees.
And where you were with the stones as well, like literally like the sun was like blaring right down onto you.
Well, not to make excuses.
You didn't have tacky
No tacky issues.
No, just issues as well, just because depending on the tacky that you'd chosen.
Just didn't have it on the day. Just literally just didn't have it in the tank on the day. Got 7 reps, I think. 7 reps, which meant that Matt Wally got in between me and Kyle. Had I got 8 reps, if I'd have got that last rep, like I'd have just stayed ahead. But Matt Wally, cheers mate. Just got in between us, which meant, to be fair, Carl won, and mate, to be fair, he deserved it. He really did. He's off to Europe later in the year as well, so I think I'll get a rematch at Brits in about 6 weeks with him. So
but anyway, it meant that Matt finished in second place, became the second strongest under 80 in the UK and Ireland.
Woo.
And as Kyle is Irish, he's going to take the top spot for England as well. So the strongest under 80 natural athlete
Yeah.
in England.
Yeah, we'll take that.
You should, yeah. Clap yourself. Okay, so what's next? What have you got lined up for the rest of? Because strongman tends to come in seasons. You tend to have like a competition season and then an off season. So at the moment we're like properly into comp season. So what is your next event you're competing in?
So the next one I've got, the next one I've got is the untested Britain's Strongest Man, run by Chaos. That is in Lisle, so it's near Blackpool.
It's near, Blackpool way.
Yeah, it's the same weekend as the Chaos Classic, the under 90s
Same weekend
pro
as
show.
the Chaos under 90s Chaos Classic as well.
Mm-hmm.
How many athletes are competing in that? This is some of them were invitational, I think they got, and other people had to qualify.
It's been. I haven't really kept too much track of it.
About
I don't.
20.
I want to say around 20. Yeah, it'd be around like 15 to 25 or something like that. But everybody there would have had to qualify either through England's, Wales, Scotland, or Ireland's Strongest Man. Again, untested.
Yeah.
And there's a few guys that have dropped down from the 90s that are coming down as well.
Yeah.
They're obviously at that national level, that top level. Guys like Steve Wiley. I'm going to teach him how to do some log, but it'll be all right. Yeah, guys like Steve Wiley, he's coming down from 90s. I think he won Scotland's Strongest Man under 90s. He's coming down.
So basically it means the competition is intense.
Yeah, I think
it's
being billed as like a big pro lightweight weekend. So.
The weekend of the 22nd and the 23rd of July.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to the Chaos, or find Chaos promotions on any of their socials, and you can get tickets for that. It'll be worth going to watch if you're a strongman.
Yeah, all ticket sales go back to the athletes as well, so that'd be great.
And then, so we've got that, which is in July, and then following that, what's your competition after that?
So after that, I believe, is the Arnold, Ohio qualifier, the Arnold amateur.
Qualifiers, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of comps to keep track of.
That's the beginning of September.
Yeah, that's beginning of September. That's qualifier for next year's amateur show in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah. And then following on from the UKNS
3 weeks. Well, 3 weeks after that, 3 weeks after the Arnolds is then the UKNS
World
Championship.
So that basically is all the athletes, or the best athletes that competed on the day in Ireland last week. So it was the top 5 from every weight class that qualified. And then there was an online qualifier as well for all natural athletes around the world to be able to take part in there as well.
Come try the luck against Matty Boy, eh?
How do you think you're going to do?
I think it's good. Generally speaking, the heavier the comp, the better I do. I came second at the Midlands qualifier. I had a bit of injury and stuff like that, but like generally speaking, the heavier I go, the better the comp for me. I've got every confidence.
We don't know yet what the events are going to be for Worlds. There's been a little bit of a leak about some potential events.
There's still a lot that can be changed because of the venue and stuff.
Carry and drag.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get too deep into it, but yeah, there's like some squats and some throws and some overhead medleys and ladders and stuff going on. So, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure on them yet. So,
a couple more questions. How did you get into strongman?
How did I get into strongman?
Yeah. How did you start doing strongman?
Do you know what? It's actually through an ex-girlfriend. Her cousin does some stuff in the strongman world, has some products on sale, but yeah, we won't plug them too much. But yeah, anyway, through an ex-girlfriend, their cousin was just doing a strongman comp up in their area, up north. I'd always been training, I used to play rugby, box. I've always been in and around gyms, lifting heavier weights and stuff. Got a call, go up there. I've never touched a log or a yoke or even seen any of that kit before. I went up, I think I came 6th out of 24 at an open weight comp.
Pretty good.
So yeah, I was like, okay, this is
good for little Matty.
Yeah, it's good for little Matty boy. So I thought, I'll crack on, and then just over the years, it's just been trying to get on whatever kit you can find at whatever gyms.
Right.
The last couple of years, especially since lockdown, I started investing a lot more in kit and going through. But yeah, just started doing little comps. I think I did, my first one was Northampton's Strongest Novice or something like that at PCS Gym in Northampton. And then I think they had like an England's or something after that. I won a couple of comps, didn't win that England's, but I won a few comps there. Did a few in like Kings Lynn, a few just little local comps and that. And then it was more when I decided to get a coach, put me into sort of down the route of like the bigger comps and like where I could get involved. Yeah, like where I was like winning like the little comps that I could find on Facebook and stuff. I was like, there must be something else. So yeah, just ended up getting pushed in the right direction and just sort of cracked with it, I guess. Just stayed with it last few years, yeah.
And if people want to try and do strongman, where can they come and train with you?
So yeah, if you want to come train with me, we have like little team sessions that we run here at Nova Performance on a Thursday evening at 6 o'clock and then a Saturday morning at 9 o'clock every week. Bar like we're like in another country competing or something like that. Yeah, come along, just join in with the team. I'll sort of coach you through everything. That's how Hannah got started. I just dragged her into it. And
I think I got started for a bet.
and then forced her into doing some comps. And a year later, she's third in the UK. So yeah, you never know where it might take you guys. But yeah, come along. It's a great team atmosphere here at Nova. Like everybody here is sort of geared towards competing and getting people to go to.
It's community, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great community. Like, just want the best out of everybody, and the more we can sort of push you to do, the more you're going to want to do, and just the better it is for everybody. And yeah, there's nothing better than a bit of teamwork, is there? And
then, where can people find you online? What's your?
So online, I am the St Ives Strength Coach, or St Ives Strength Coaching.
Coaching. That's on Instagram.
That's me, St Ives Strength Coaching.
And on Facebook, you are
just Matt Nice, I think, or Matthew Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
N-A-T-T, it's spelled nice, N-I-C-E.
And then one more thing, you are hosting a competition here.
We are
at
indeed.
Nova Performance
We are
in
indeed.
August the 5th.
Yeah, so August 5th, we're hosting a big push-pull competition down here. We're having a big push, excuse the pun, for like sponsorship for all the weight classes. So we're doing full female, full male weight classes from 57s.
So yeah, so go through it. So the weight classes for the women will be 57s.
57s, we've got the 64s, 73s, 82s, and then also the opens. And then for the men, it's going to be 80s, 90s, 105s, 120s as well, representing the sort of middle ground, and the open weights as well, yeah. Pushing, at the minute we've got about £100 cash prize for pretty much every category. We just need one or two of them filled, so if anyone wants to sponsor the comp.
If you want to sponsor and be part of our competition, it's £100 to get involved. You get all your marketing out there to the big strongman community in and around, I'm going to say the Midlands, but you know, nationally probably as well, because there's quite a few people coming down from various places, and there's a big thing going on at half time as well.
So with regards to like visibility and stuff, we've actually got a girl called Kaylee Steele, like tremendous athlete in the under 64s. I believe she's going to Worlds.
She is. Kaylee.
Same one we are.
At the weekend in the UKNS.
Yeah, smashed it.
64s.
She is awesome. She's coming along to try and beat Rihanna Lovelace's current axle world record of 101, I believe.
That's axle fought overhead.
Yeah, so that's going to be like our little halftime show. She's going to come down. That's going to be sort of sponsored by Chaos Promotions. They're going to get behind that. Rhiannon, I believe, is coming down to actually judge the record attempt herself.
So just quickly, Rhiannon Lovelace is the best in the world female lightweight strongwoman. And I'm going to say actually lightweight strongwoman, actually probably the best strongwoman, because she also now competes a lot in the open weights. And she's little, like, I'm going to say like me, but she's a bit bigger than me. She is pound for pound the strongest woman in the world. She is an absolute legend. And if you are a strongman fan, strongwoman fan, get down here for a quick selfie and an autograph.
But yeah, so that record attempt's getting backed like big time. So we're doing everything we can to sort of pump up Kaylee. We've got a few people sort of getting behind that and sort of put up a bit of prize money for if she does get the record as well. We might organise a little surprise for her as well.
Oh, of course you will. Push-pull, it's a push-pull competition. So just explain, what is a push, what is a pull? So what are the two exercises?
Yeah, so basically the two events of the day, it's going to be a max deadlift, so it's going to be sort of strongman style, suits, straps,
sleeves, whatever kit you need.
Yeah, a bit of talcum powder on the legs, like you name it.
Deadlift bar.
We'll put it on there. Yeah, we're going to be on a deadlift bar. We'll have full calibration, full calibrated plates for the day as well. For the second event, it's going to be a max overhead of choice. So we're now going to have a choice of axle or overhead. So it's complete axle or log overhead, floor to overhead. So yeah, if you're more of a log presser, you'd rather do a bit of log on the day, or if you're a bit like me, you're a bit more athletic, you'd rather do the axle. More than welcome to sort of crack on with the axle. And the way we're going to work with comp is we'll take the 3 attempts that you're going to do on either event. The largest attempt that you actually make will go as part of your total. So we'll add, say, your deadlift and your log if you're going to do log. Add that together, and then that's going to be your total for the day. Alongside the weight classes as well, using that total, what we're going to be doing as well is a pound for pound title. I suppose, yeah, we haven't actually thought about it actually, but I suppose we'll do a male and a female pound for pound title as well.
Just do one.
We'll see. Yeah, we're going to try and get like a cool belt or a cool little title made up for that as well, and a bit of cash prize money for the pound for pound one on that one as well. Yeah, so
cool.
Should be a big day. So yeah, there's still time to enter. You've got until, I believe it's either like the 14th or the 16th of July to enter that. It's only £30 to enter on the day. You get your cool t-shirt, you get to come down and be part of a big day, support Kaylee with a world record. If you want to come down and watch, completely free to come and spectate. Just rock up, just try not to make too much of a mess in our nice little gym. We're going to have loud music going on. There's going to be lots of people, like, to be fair, all levels of people are signed up at the minute. We've got people that are just coming in.
People who are doing it, this is their very first competition. And then we've got, some people who are kind of max level who are coming.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of guys. We've got a couple of guys that have signed up that did the Arnold Pro Show with me a couple of years ago in the heavier weight classes. And then we've got a few
disciplines, so Olympic weightlifters and also some powerlifters as well.
Yeah, we've also like a couple of people that just sort of train in the gym, just want to hit PB as well. So all ability levels catered to, really. But yeah, come down, be a big day, be something to really sort of get involved with. So yeah, we appreciate you seeing you there. Wicked.
Awesome. Thank you, Matthew.
Is that everything? Is it?
Time.
Perfect.
So, was that all right?
Yeah, it's been lovely chatting to you, Hannah. It's been excellent. It's been excellent. There we go.